Because it's like, for example, like I had the experience, and Sammy, I know Sammy has too, that when you prepare a preaching, a lot of times that preacher doesn't come out the way you prepare it. God changes everything. It just come out of nowhere.
Okay, but that's personal experience. That's what I'm saying. And I don't want to go from the scriptures itself because we still haven't even talked about religion.
Yeah,
and we're still debating the Bible.
What I'm saying is,
Anna, look what you started.
What I'm saying is that what I'm saying is that, back to her question. Like it says, it's true. It is inspired by God. Okay, it says in the Bible. Everything that was written, it was inspired.
So
by
what is inspiration? Can y'all tell me what is inspiration and how do you give a good definition?
Why you always gotta go there? Why you want to leave it alone?
I love it. Look, without even looking at my dictionary, when something inspires me, it changes my way.
Something that influences.
So what's the difference? Your inspiration between the men of the Bible inspiration?
There's no difference.
So there's no difference. So then we could say that your story or your revelation, it could be added into the Bible, into the canon of the Bible.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that because I'm not saying that because everything that was written in the Bible.
I want to know why.
Everything that was written in the Bible was meant to be in the Bible. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean it was meant to be in the Bible? Like I told you, the Catholic Bible has.
But meant for what purpose is what he's about to say.
Right there. Give me the Bible, Anna. The Jerusalem Bible.
Yo, meant for what purpose is what he's about to say.
This is Jerusalem Bible. This is it's thicker than our regular Bible. Find me one of our Bibles.
Maybe plug. You got a Catholic one there?
Right over there, Holy Bible, the top shelf.
Oh, I love this Bible.
Okay, this is the Living Bible. We have the Jerusalem Bible.
Look at the one I wrote.
I'm just kidding.
This is Bible right on top, Rob.
That's a big book.
A black cover. That one. Boom. And this is a regular.
Holy
this is a Holy Bible, but this one has the how you say that word? Apocrypha?
I can't.
Apocrypha.
A prophecy.
Apocryphic books. They are also in this Bible, in the Jerusalem Bible. So right now you're like, oh, what's going on over there? Trust me, we have them.
But I'm saying, like,
I also have my Jewish Bible.
So we get down.
Okay. I'm sorry.
So how do I know that we cannot add your story to this? And look, and there's extra books here. In our evangelical Bible, Protestant or the Protestant Bible has less books than the Catholic Bible.
Okay, what you mean Protestant? What you mean
Protestants.
So
the Protestant, the Protestant faith.
So they don't have Matthew and all those Bibles.
They do have that. What they don't have is the book of. I'll show you what books they don't have.
I don't know the first of those Matthew books.
No, not those. You're talking about those are other books. Let me see what's that. That's the Living Bible.
Prophesied.
Okay, they don't have in the other book. They don't have the book of right here. The book of Wisdoms of Solomon. Our Bible, the Bible we use. We don't have the books of Tobit, the book of Judith, the book of Maccabees, First Maccabees, Second Maccabees, the book of Baruch, and I think that's pretty much it for the most.
Okay, so maybe
these were taken out when they composed the Bible we read. And I know right now everybody's like, what's going on? Remember, this is also for the people who are listening to us.
Okay, but we all agree that there's a purpose for everything, right?
Correct. There's a purpose, and I believe there's also
there's a purpose.
You want me to tell you what my philosophy or belief is, right? On our Bible, that we're not built. They believe whoever created this whole, let's take this out and take this out and take this out, because they're never gonna meet up to those standards anyway.
Coming out.
They're never gonna meet up to those standards anyway.
Well, let me help you out. There has nothing to do with standards.
No,
you see, because you need to understand why the books were removed from the Bible.
That's what I would.
And why do we have a small? It might not until we don't understand, until we don't read it. Let's begin. I'll give you a quick history. The Jewish Bible, what we call, the Old Testament. To them, that is historical facts. To us, it's a spiritual facts, but to them, it's historical facts. They honor, the way they approach the Bible is not like we approach it, because they see their history plus every other resources they have to add into their history as a Jewish nation.
So now that we're talking about religion is the subject, Muslims do too.
What?
That they believe the Quran.
The Quran is different.
It's just historical facts.
No, the Quran is different because the Quran, it came from revelation from the angel Gabriel. They gave them the instructions. Jewish is their life. Jeremiah, Isaiah, Ezekiel, Micaiah, Habakkuk, they were all Jewish people who were in a Jewish history, part of the Jewish history, and there was the prophets. So now you got the book of Kings that was with the Jewish people were under their monarchy or their kingship. And there were the kings, and then you have the Chronicles of the Kings, the book of Chronicles, and then you have they have 4 Chronicles if I'm not mistaken. You know, it's Chronicle 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it's the one that we divide into 1st and 2nd of Samuel. So they got them all together.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
You know, because crazy.
No, the crazy in a way, in a good way.
He meant it's wild.
Just so you can understand. So you see, so now
right.
to understand, now you look at the Old Testament, you look at it from a historical background research. If you study how the Jewish people keep their Bible, their Torah, they have a strict rule of how they preserve the scrolls from generation to generation. This is just not like here, copy it because no. If you go study, you could go Google it and you could study their rules and way, and not everybody could transfer the text exactly. Only certain people, certain rabbis are allowed to touch,
Translate.
To translate, to transfer.
Oh, you really meant transfer.
Yes,
right.
transfer.
So that's how deep. That's deep.
And that's how people don't know. If they mess up in the scrolls, we don't have scrolls here, you know. If they mess up in the scrolls, because remember, each scroll has a certain line, and they got to measure every time the same parchment paper, whatever they use to transfer the scrolls to another scroll. They use it. If by any reason they already in the book of Leviticus already they wrote in like 4 books in, and they mess up and they see that the letter.
It's wrong.
The letter, it matched the same line from the original text. They take it and they bury in a sacred cemetery and they start all over.
Yeah, because you know it's like
They don't burn it in there.
They bury it in a sacred cemetery.
They fear the Lord, bro.
So imagine but it's not even that fear of the Lord. So now, how many people have dug up? I don't mean to disregard what you said. Forgive me.
No, that's fine.
What I mean is, because I watch history channels. I love the history. Like what do you call it? Geographics?
Yeah.
When they dig up stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You know how many scrolls they found? And to know that the Jews probably buried some bad stuff.
No, because remember, this is different than the National Geographic and researching for ancient scrolls. These are people that you could tell, well, this paper, because remember, that's people don't know. We got people who study paper, parchment paper, skin,
Exactly,
and they could date it.
all that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how you know. You see, people think that the Bible just appear like fling. No, it's a process that the Bible has taken ages to become what it is to this day.
Yeah,
I
studied that in
Institute,
yes.
You know, and they teach you that
the way it was, the Greek, the Aramaic, how everything came
and
out
all
from
these
the English.
languages and how they play forth.
That's not easy, bro. This book right here, bro, it's made out of blood, bro.
Yes, a lot of blood has been shed for it. You know, a lot of people have lost their life, and we could go through history to find out how influential the Bible has been. So how do I trust a source? So this is what you gotta look for in order to trust something. You have to see their that's just a word they use, not the velocity or their
texture.
None of the texture is another word that I'm trying to get when you're trying to see the truthness of the text. You know, you have to follow their historical background, how far, their ancestry of it, how back does it go the text. You know, where can we also reference to? Who else has commented about it? So it's a process. It's just not believing the Bible. Go ahead.
I have a question, like a very doubtful, like within coming from a doubtful perception. All right, so no, I don't want to sing. You know me, bro. My mouth is slip, dog. No. So listen. All right, honestly. So I've heard a lot of people say this, and this too makes sense, and it's so sad. So we read our King James version, right?
King James version, yes, very famous.
Very famous. Man, King James was also a boy lover.
Okay.
Right? You know, I'm trying to tell you something from several
King
different
James,
people.
let me help you out what King James did. King James did not wrote the Bible. He had what is called the S.H.O.U.T.
It's totally different.
You know, that he took 70 rabbis and translated the Bible. He named it King James because it doesn't matter if he was the thief, the killer. That has nothing to do with the text. He just named it King James because he assigned people to translate this Bible from this original text to whatever it was spoken in his generation. So he named it after himself. But we have here in Spanish, I don't even have a Spanish one. I have a Spanish one there that is the Reina Valera, the one we use in Spanish. In Spanish, we don't use King James, we use Reina Valera. And who is Reina Valera? You know what I'm saying? Who is Ciprano de Valera y Casidoro de Reina?
Yeah, and then
These are two different priests. They were priests who translated the Bible from the Latin into our Spanish.
And then you have the NIV. People saying that people.
Well, there you got. You see, and then
The people say that person who wrote that, who translated the NIV is gay.
yeah, supposedly the person who wrote the NIV, and I know there's a lot of videos and controversies, and there's a lot of things right now on YouTube and going through the social media that you're gonna find. I know, I see it, everything else, but people are not taking time themselves to invest in their own search, and they're allowing other people to influence. People should, I believe people should arouse you to think out of the box, and you go pray and search.
Exactly,
not people inject or believe or something they search themselves
Like,
and implement it on people.
Automatically, I ain't reading that because I'm not.
I'm gonna read that because you know what?
I ain't gonna worship a gay God.
A gay guy and burning the Bible and
I
so
get
on.
what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Not to jump to another subject. We finished with this one.
I don't know. We will, but we keep going. Hannah, any questions?
Any more questions?
We answered. At least the resourceable.
Right here, I just want to say that the book that I was talking about earlier, it's like yay and they and thy.
And I.
That's
Yeah.
I couldn't understand that. But actually,
that's true English right there.
this is real. The Living Bible.
But read at the bottom.
I said paraphrase.
Paraphrase. What paraphrase means?
Paraphrase meaning
Broken,
breaking it down.
No,
so
no,
people understand.
shortening. You're not getting the full
Right.
effect. Paraphrasing. I can't give you my story
Today's
in detail.
living, today's word,
Correct.
today's
words that
understanding that we
I like
could
this.
understand.
This is good Bible.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
The-
But you're still
So yeah, they did.
you're still not getting the
Some
full
out.
effect. When I first wanted to start reading, right? Evie got me a Bible because I haven't read for so long. And my grandmother sent me the King James version that she bought for me. I called my mom. Don't start. We'll talk about it later. But the whole thing is when I started reading it, and I love King Arthur stuff, and I'm reading it, but for some reason I just couldn't get it in. It was like
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. From
So
old Bibles.
then we got this one book called the Remix. It's a Bible, the complete Bible inside it, and it's called. It doesn't say the Bible; it says the Remix, right?
Right.
It's everything that was in the King James.
Understand.
Yeah,
Correct.
but the Book of John in my King James version, if I put it in one thing, it's one chapter is like this, right? But in the Remix, it was like this.
Exactly.
So you understand it. So you understand it.
Exactly.
You know,
I would
one of the things that
because the other one is like, I'm
Yeah.
reading it. What did I
And
just
you
read?
won't be able to
I
understand.
get it. At some point, we need to progress from that. And I'm the last one to talk about reading. I don't want anybody to think I'm pointing like no, but I have to. I know I have to.
But we shouldn't think. People think that the King James version is a good source as a book, but
I
King
read the New
James
Century
made
version.
people talk about there's a bunch of errors in the
I'm
King
gonna show
James
you
Bible.
the New Century.
There is, and I'm gonna tell you what kind of errors are in the King James Bible. Are grammatical mistakes.
Yes.
That's what they are. There's
mean?
some
What you mean?
grammatical mistakes with some other grammar, sentences,
I can't
periods,
read that.
comas and
got a
stuff,
new key.
questions when it was supposed to be
Commas.
when
Yeah,
it was
I
supposed
get
to be
it.
full sentence. But you only know that if you study. Well, you only hear in
Stop
the.
holding these books. I'm not going nowhere.
I know you hear through the stream talking about King James is a Bible that contradicts itself. It's full of errors.
See?
But you need to understand what errors are they talking about. Now, when we talk about context, she is a good resource for her context because it was translated from its original to the literal of the English.
Right.
So that's why sometimes at heart it's hard to understand because she was trying to be as literal as possible. That's why some things sound harsh and tough and like aggressive because it was trying to be literal. And we know how the Greek and the Hebrew looks. Totally different.
So,
You understand?
like for example, this book here is the Holy Bible. I have one at home. Right in between. If you read these chapters here in between, you could go to a next Bible where you and I could understand and look it up. And
Correct.
then we could understand what this paragraph is
What was
saying.
trying to say, yeah. These are what you call cross-reference. These are cross-reference that help you more understand the story or what is a reference to or how to affirm the
Just
text.
And when they told me that, what what are you talking about? So I went out and bought a Bible where I'm reading, and it has the cross-reference. I went home, I read it, boom, boom, boom. Went to a Bible where I could understand, and let me tell you,
Has been helping.
it's been helping me.
Amen.
You know, one thing
That's nice.
one thing that I also
That's
want to
really-
talk about is about
Yeah.
Seriously.
I mean, if they tell you to read the Bible, everything that we're going through in this lifetime is in here. It was in the past. Now we're reliving it. Okay? And that's what it actually is.
Going back to he who doesn't know his history is bound to repeat
The
itself.
self, yeah.
Exactly.
That's why we
And
gotta
it
get into
is.
it to get out of it.
So okay, what's the next subject you want to speak? Let's start. Let's
Go back
to
religion.
Stop it, and we'll begin again. 'Cause you
All
can
right.
start. Religion, take one.